over Jefferson going into that game win. But now Jefferson trailing by 12 instead of, expanding your lead on this one. If you lose this game, you still at the same spot as you are right now going into Wednesday. So
they're down by 12 with 4 minutes left. That's trouble for them too.
Now 9. So right now the Lightning got a foul. You got it or not? They get. The turnover, look at this. They're going to call offensive goaltending. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Corey came up with the steal and somehow it didn't fall. Oh my Lord.
That was goaltending though.
No, I'm not disagreeing with it. I just can't believe that those events occurred.
I hear you.
8.7 seconds left now. Service going in for Corey Tate. They don't want him to pick up his foul. This is just in case you get the steal and you tie for overtime.
Yep.
And welcome, folks, to Milford High School. Benny Mitchell here with Avante Drummond, 302 Sports, and we're here for the Henlopen Conference Championships final round. Joining me today, Avante Drummond. Avante, you've been here. As a matter of fact, you've been here to wrestle a conference final. Talk a little bit about what these kids are going through right this minute.
Well, right now, a lot of.
They get it in. There's time coming off. They get the foul. 6.3 seconds to go. Garcia only a 62% free throw shooter.
He's been horrible today, actually. He's 3 of 7.
He's going to the line. Tate will come in. Salem, the shooter, will come in. Smart substitutions here.
Their emotions are high. They're pretty pumped. Some guys are first time in the finals. Other guys, they know what it's about. When I wrestled here, I knew what to expect. I knew that, when you come into this atmosphere, lights are going to be dim low, hopefully.
Right.
Wrestling into the spotlight is pretty awesome. It's a great feeling. You get the butterflies, but you always got to keep yourself composed.
Now let's tell people a little bit about the Henlopen Conference. As, again, there's...
We'll see. I'm not. The other thing is, I got to touch up on these rules. If Coach Deckmar were to call a timeout, could they advance the ball? First one from Garcia.
The graphic.
Yeah.
State champs in both divisions.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to the Caesar Rodney Riders, Division I state champs, and the Milford Buccaneers, Avante's alma mater, the Division II state champs. Henlopen Conference, king of the hill again as far as team duels go. So let's talk about a little bit about where we got to tonight. Right now, headed into the finals, the Smyrna Eagles have all but wrapped up the team score, 217.5 points, followed by Dover at 182, Caesar Rodney at 175, Sussex Central at 160.
No good.
No good. So at the very least, the Lightning will have a chance to tie the game.
They've had 3, though, Pat.
I know. 6.3 seconds to go.
Travel.
Coach Deckmar is going to draw something up here. Wow. Talk about a finish. Many opportunities for the Lightning. I thought when they got that steal.
I don't know how they missed it.
I could not believe that, yeah.
Shot was probably a little rushed. Should have just got composure, settled down. But then that ball gets tipped while it's in the cylinder. That's going to get called every time.
And the Milford Buccaneers at 144.5. And going in, Smyrna, 7 guys in the finals. The Riders have 5, Milford 4, and Sussex Central 3. So we could see some team score change in that 2nd through 5th. And we're going to start off tonight at 195 pounds. Tony Weeks from Smyrna, 38-2, will go up against the hometown guy, Eric Bennett, the junior from Milford, 30-9. Number 1 versus number 2 seed. Talk a little bit about that matchup, Ante.
Well, that should be a fun match.
So Let's see right here what Coach Deckmar is going to draw up. As we speak, Jefferson with 2:37 to go. Looks like they're going to fall to Caldwell.
Yeah, I don't know how you can cut. They're down double digits.
They're down 12 points to Caldwell. So what that does is it gets
Many guys aren't picking against Tony.
Right.
You know, he's a pinning machine. You know, heard he got his 100th career pin. You know, which is awesome. You
Right.
know, that's something that a lot of people don't accomplish. So we'll be looking for a pin in that match. Eric Bennett, you know, the main goal is to score quick, stay on the legs.
Absolutely.
Don't get into any ties or anything like that. No upper body.
At 2:20 tonight, we'll see another hometown guy, Anthony Diaz, the sophomore. He was the number 1 seed. He's
guarantees the Lightning going into the game Wednesday will have that 1-game advantage in the CACC South.
We still want that win. We still need this win right here, and we can get it.
Oh, if we get this win, we have a 2-game lead. Then
That's right.
it's just a matter of a win over Wilmington, or we'll have the tiebreaker. So pretty much. Oh no, we won't.
No,
we won't.
you're
So
right.
we win this one, we have a 2-game lead. Then it's win one of your last 2 games, and you clinch that 1 seed.
Come on, Garcia.
Right now, we need Garcia's second free throw attempt is good. So what that allows Goldie to do is call timeout, set up a play for a 3. And I assume
this final match, and he's going to be taking on Billy Ott from Cape Henlopen, the junior, 29-8. Number 1 again versus the number 2 seed. Little thought on that match.
Those 2 guys, I watched them wrestle in the dual meet.
That's right.
You know, fun match.
Double overtime.
Double overtime, which both guys were aggressive. You know, you see most guys, you know, up, you know, past 195 that don't do as much. These guys, they were going after it. I was loving it. So we're looking at, you know, another.
They're going to be able to advance the ball into the half court.
Yeah, they should be able to advance it.
It'll be a full timeout. So right here, if you're the Lightning,
You're in a good
Coach,
spot.
You're coaching this team right here, Nick. Who are you drawing this play up for?
I mean, I think the obvious is Tate, but you got to look for.
That's my prediction.
Hey, at 285 pounds, the big guy, he's almost a full 285. Jamie Shermer from Sussex Tech, 38-5. He's a junior. And not many times you see freshmen walking into the heavyweight finals, but you got one here from Cesar Rodney, the freshman, 25-8, Kevin Hudson. Again, number 1 versus number 2 seeding.
Yeah, so both of those guys, I haven't been able to see either one wrestle yet this year, but I heard Jamie's pretty good, 1 match away from placing at the B, so
for Marcellus right at this point too, just to see if you can get him open while they concentrate on Tate. And
I agree.
I mean, and then you still have Salem.
Yeah. And you got to get your shooters on the floor. I think you have Corey Tate throw the ball in because a lot of times the most
He can
dangerous
get.
guy.
They forget about him.
The most dangerous guy on the floor is the guy throwing the basketball in.
Yep.
So, and he's your best decision maker as far as ball handling goes. Although tonight he has struggled with 5 turnovers, has not turned the ball over in the second half. However.
No, he hasn't. You're right. All 5 came in the first half. So
we're going to see right here what the Lightning come up with. Could we be in for overtime?
this kid and see what he has.
And then we roll around to the little guys. 106 pounds, Joey Natacola, the freshman, 38-7, up against the number 3 seed, Patrick Wisniewski out of Cesar Rodney, 34-7. These guys have a history.
Yes.
They've wrestled 4 times already this year, split 2-2.
So this would be another fun one.
Right.
You know, Patrick, he's a tough kid. I mean, he has a lot of things with him. On top, he's a hammer. I haven't seen much of Joey, but
Exciting finish coming here. Looks like they will not advance the basketball, so maybe that's only in the women's game.
hey, maybe it is only in the women's game.
over the summer a little bit. The kids had things with him too, but you know, from that summer to now, he's definitely progressed. So I like to see that matchup again.
113 pounds. I like this kid. Of course, he came out of my club, so I got to like this kid. Will Rain out of Indian River, 40-2, the sophomore. He is quick like a cat.
Yeah.
And he's the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state. He's taking on Jackson Al-Chachachi from Smyrna, 30-7. Chachi wrestling on one leg.
Still, 6 seconds is a lot of time to get the ball off the floor.
Most important thing is to get the ball inbounds right now. They get it into Corey Tate. He gets bumped on the sideline. That is very smart by Dominican. 4 points.
MCL.
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts. You know, you have most guys where, you know, a guy may sprain his ankle, he doesn't want to wrestle anymore. You know, this kid is wrestling a torn ACL,
right.
torn LCL,
MCL.
something like that. Like,
yeah.
you know, that's that's impressive. You know, like I commend that kid a lot. You know, to come out here. You know, he had 2 dual meets left. Well, 2 tournaments left.
Right.
You know, he said, all right, let's go for the gold.
Let's get it done. Yeah.
I respect that a lot. But he has a tough guy ahead of him.
120 pounds, the hometown hero, defending.
Tate will get 2 free throws. Got to knock these 2 in. This team, though, is very capable of causing a steal off the inbounds pass.
We've seen that. They just missed the layup last time.
First attempt from Tate.
Got to make both.
It is good. That's a big one.
And then you foul right off the inbounds.
Thompson.
They're going to bring in some trees to have to throw that ball over. And maybe get an offensive rebound here if he misses it.
Rosser, 41-4. He's a senior. And he's going to be taking on, again, 2 guys with a history. Mike Primo out of Caesarati, 25-6, the number 2 seed.
So those 2, they have a lot of history. I mean, coming up through your club, they wrestled many times,
right.
You know, both lightweights. And now they meet again in another finals. So this would be fun.
Right. And at 126 pounds, a hometown guy. He's just wearing blue and gold tonight.
Right.
Cameron Hayes, senior, 2-time state champion. He's 41-2, and he'll be taking on the surprise.
But I'm taking points.
You see Coach Deckmar telling his team we have to foul right away. We can't afford to wait for a steal. Here's Tate. He's going to attempt to miss. He does.
And then he's
Woo! Foscue out of Laurel, 23-2. He pulled the upset over Anthony Caruso in overtime.
Yeah. So, you know, a little bit about Anthony and Woo, you know, for him to pull that upset, their dual meet, you know, it was all Caruso.
Right, absolutely.
You know,
I think 6-2.
Yeah, so, you know, this time, you know, Woo and Jesse sat down. They figured out a game plan, and they figured him out, and he made it to the finals here against Cameron, which Cameron's a tough competitor. As we know, you know, I wrestled with him, you know, through your club.
Going to get a lane violation.
Did.
That's not smart. I'm taking the points, Pat.
And that's Coach Deckmar's like, you didn't have to do that. He'll come out there with 4 fouls. Isaiah Graves will check back in.
Dante
Salem
should come out, too. He's got 4 fouls.
Salem will check in for Livingston Simon.
And they're putting in all speed here. We got a hand.
So Cameron, he's tough to score on. He's tough to turn. If you can do both of those things,
right,
you're looking at a win there.
And then at 32, we get the family time. The cousin of Avante here, Rashad Stratton, the defending state champ from Sussex Central, 35-4. And he's going to be taking on, this is going to be a tough matchup. Nick Nattercola, the junior, 26-9, 2 seed.
Yeah, in their dual meet, I'd kind of seen a little bit of that. Rashad handled it pretty much.
Right.
So I'm looking for him to do the same thing. You know, like the main goal.
Kevin Service will go in. So there should be 4.7 seconds left on the clock. It says 0.3.
Yeah, it's 4.7. And, Pat, there's only a minute and a half left in that game, and they're still down by 12. I don't know how they can
so
Jefferson
will
take
a loss. Which is good news for Goldie Beacom.
But we want this win.
So right now we need a steal and a basket. See what the Lightning can come up with. Garcia to throw the ball in. No one open.
Then we move still family times like Thanksgiving here at the Milford Gymnasium. Jackson Dean, the number 1 seed, another defending state champion, sophomore, 34-3, taking on the other cousin, Andre Curry out of Cape Henlopen, sophomore, 28-11 in the 2 seed. Tough task for the Cuz today.
Definitely. So we'll see how he fares here. You know, he's right there with the best guys. So right now he has the best guy.
Right.
So we're going to see how he does tonight.
145, state runner-up a year.
Where is the travel?
And they called a foul.
Where's the travel?
They're going to talk this over.
Yeah, they ought to. He was running with the ball in his hand. Never dribbled.
From Smyrna, Greg Baum, 26-6, and he'll be taking on another surprise. Seth Fleming gets the pin over Oscar Rosario. He's 32-6. Seth Fleming's a tough kid. You got to be careful.
See, I haven't seen much of Seth Fleming, but I do remember Greg. Greg actually came up to a visit to McDaniel. I got to get a good glimpse of him a little bit, and didn't get a chance to roll with him many. But I do like him. I like Greg a lot.
152 pounds, Sussex Central, Drew Morris, the number 1 seed.
Oh, they called a travel. Are you kidding me?
And that's true, though. That is the right call.
Unbelievable. Lightning have life here now, Nick.
That's the right call, though, Pat.
Left. ball out of bounds on the side. The Lightning. Oh, man, this could be huge.
He never dribbled. He was running with the ball in his hand.
So here we go. They get it into Tate. Corey Tate, pull up for the win. Short, and that'll do it. And Dominican
Why aren't you going for the 2 in the
will
tie?
escape this one with the win.
Why would we shoot a 38-foot three-pointer when we had 3 seconds left?
And
he's taking on again another hometown kid, Kyrie Hovington of the Milford Buccaneers, 32-9.
Yeah, Drew's tough, but Kyrie is also tough. He's one of the favorite guys, one of my favorite guys in the Milford wrestling room. Worked out with him, when his brother was in school and things like that, and he always stayed after, worked hard. He puts in the time, and right now he's showing that he put in the time to be here. So he's gonna be ready.
shows on the players of the Lightning as they take one.
They
on
had
the chin
opportunities,
here.
though, Pat. They didn't do anything but shoot themselves in the foot in this game. They had opportunities the whole time.
It had been a struggle the whole game. Right now, you can.
160 pounds, Avery Mayan from Polytech, 37-4. He takes on another surprise, a 3 seed in the finals. Divine Watkins from Dover, 27-4. Watkins knocking off J.T. Davis of Smyrna.
Wow.
This is gonna be a good matchup. Both guys good on their feet.
That should be fun. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see.
170 pounds, Dakota Kerr out of Smyrna, 29-8, and he's going to be taking on Chris Hanlon out of Cape Henlopen, 28-9. 1 versus 2 again.
Going on around mid-court between the coaching staffs, but no, you're exactly right. The opportunities were there for the Lightning. The opportunities were there throughout the game for the Lightning.
That's right, they were.
It wasn't
It's a matchup. Dakota Kerr, more of an in-space shooter,
right.
And Hanlon likes to have his hands on people.
Yeah, Chris, he's tough, but you see a lot from him where he gets down by a lot of points and did that
in the semis.
Yep. Right, so that's something that he can't do here with Dakota Kerr. He's a fundamental wrestler. He handles business.
Right. And the match of the night, they set it up for last. I don't think this was a draw.
Yeah.
I think this was intentional. Josh Daly, number 1 seed.
wasn't the best performance from
not at
Goldie
all.
Bingham, the
It
most
was-
consistent performance, but still had the chance for it at the end of the game.
Yeah, they did. They had numerous chances and still couldn't come away with this win.
So, final in this one, 75-73. Dominican gets a win. So, Goldie, despite the loss, still maintains a 1-game lead over Jefferson in the CACC South, because Jefferson trailing by 13 right now to Caldwell in the second half. Looks like they will take a loss, which means this game coming up on Wednesday is
gonna be big.
Huge.
Yeah.
State from Smyrna, 22-6 on the season. He's a senior, and he's up against Mike Wright of Sussex Central, the junior, 39-7, ranked number 2 in the state. 1-1 against each other this year.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to be the showcase tonight, the last match of the night.
This is awesome. This is great to see. This is great for the sport and great for Delaware wrestling. So I'm pretty excited about these two.
Folks, Benny Mitchell here with Avante Drummond. We're going to take a quick time out from our sponsor, Sodell Concepts, here at the
Yeah, it is. It's going to be. And then we got cut off on the internet.
Yeah, because the Wi-Fi here, the game
Shuts
Wi-Fi.
down right after.
So what's this setup? Wednesday, you're going to have a game between Goldie Beacom and Jefferson for this men's day.
We'll be right back.
I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On and Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodell. Now we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Soto Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Soto Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, to cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Soto Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations. From Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island, come check us out.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Hi, I'm Shannon Colburn, General Manager of Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Bethany Beach.
And I'm Douglas Ruley, Vice President and Chef of Soto Concepts.
Located on Coastal Highway just north of downtown Bethany Beach, Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar is a landmark restaurant overlooking the beautiful salt pond. Some house specialties include fried baby lobster tails, baked oysters, seafood stew, lobster cavatappi, and of course, daily selections of fresh fish and raw oysters.
That's Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Bethany Beach.
Come check us out. Hi, I'm Shannon Colburn, General Manager of Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Bethany Beach.
And I'm Douglas Ruley, Vice President and Chef of Soto Concepts.
Located on Coastal Highway just north of downtown Bethany Beach, Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar is a landmark restaurant overlooking the beautiful salt pond.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as they introduce the wrestlers in tonight's finals, the public dress announcer, Jesse Parsley. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds like somebody has their phone hooked up to a speaker here. Better put it on airplane mode.
Right, yeah,
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, as they introduce the wrestlers in tonight's finals. Starting at 195 pounds, Tony Wiest from Smyrna High School versus Eric Bennett from Milford. Big crowd here tonight, Levante. Yeah. Can hear it. Probably need our 2-ear headsets tonight, but we don't have them. At 220 pounds, Anthony Diaz from Milford and Billy Ott from Cape and Henlopen. It looks like Milford's going to have a lot to cheer about here in the finals tonight.
Definitely.
5 guys in the finals, or 4 guys in the finals. At 285 pounds, Jamie Shermer out of Sussex Tech. He's the lone Raven in the finals, and he's up against the freshman, Kevin Hudson out of Cesar Rodney. And now we roll around to the little guys at 106 pounds, the top seed out of Smyrna, Joey Natacola, and the number 3 seed out of Cesar Rodney, Patrick Wisniewski. At 113 pounds tonight, it's the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state, Will Rain out of Indian River, against Jackson Al Chakachi from Smyrna. And the hometowns got a little bit more to cheer about here tonight. The number 1 seed, defending state champ Robbie Rosser, against Mike Primo from Cesar Rodney. And at 126 pounds tonight, Cameron Hayes, defending state champion and conference champion, and he's up against the surprise finalist from Laurel, Woo Bosque. At 132 pounds tonight, it's going to be Rashad Stratton out of Sussex Central, the defending state and conference champion, up against another state champion, Nick Natacola, state champ, Avante versus state champ at 132.
Exciting.
138 pounds. The most humble guy on the mat, Jackson Dean, up against Andre Curry out of Cape and Henlopen, Dean out of Cesar Rodney. At 145 pounds, state runner-up last year, state champ the year before, Greg Baum out of Smyrna. And he's up against another surprise finalist, Seth Fleming out of Lake Forest. At 152 pounds, I think this could be a great matchup tonight. Drew Morris out of Sussex Central, Kyrie Hovington from here at Milford.
Yeah.
160 pounds. maybe one of the best wrestlers to not have a state title right now in Delaware, Avery Mann. He's got a tough road to go tonight with Divine Watkins. At 170 pounds tonight, Dakota Kerr out of Smyrna High School. And he'll be up against Chris Hanlon from Cape Henlopen. 2 Vikings in the finals.
Match of the night.
And the match of the night, 182 pounds. The top 2 ranked guys in the state of Delaware. From Smyrna, Josh Daly. From Sussex Central, Mike Wright. And they're 1-1. It's the rubber match.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Lights are going down. Our first matchup of the night. We talked about it. There are your participants. From Smyrna, Tony Wiest, senior, 38-2. Against Eric Bennett from Milford, junior, 30-9. 195 pounds. Avante, buckle in, brother.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Get started.
And we're off and running at 195 pounds. Wiest right away looking to get up top. Goes down low, double leg takedown. He's got 2.
That's where Bennett doesn't want to be.
His famous 2 boots and a power half. That's how he gets the job done. And Wiest going to work right away on the top half with a power half on the left side. Bennett closing off the hole. He's going to have to work. He's going to have to come up, and we get a stalemate right away.
He has to get up quick.
Marvin Dooley on the call as the head referee tonight. Mike Jordan, the assistant referee. Minute 30 to go. First period. Got 195. Almost a full house here tonight.
Yeah.
Been a while since we've had one of those at the conference finals, moving these things up to 5 o'clock. And here's Bennett looking to reach back. He's got the low leg.
Get his hips high.
And Wiest hips back around, gets back in control. Approaching a minute to go here in the first period. And we're going to go out of bounds. There it is. Back to the center. Bennett still on bottom.
From here, you got to be quick off the whistle. You got to get off the bottom.
Yeah, you can't let those 2 boots go in
Not at
because
all.
it gets painful when Tony Wiest gets on top. Headed to North Carolina State next season. And again, Bennett, good job closing off the holes, but then he lets the boots in. Here he goes,
There
top
goes
half.
power half. And there it is. Yeah, nice and smooth.
And that's a fall for Tony Wiest. From Smyrna High School, three-time, I believe, conference champion. So we're going to move to 220 pounds because we don't have any awards to award yet. So 220 pounds. And here are the participants. Anthony Diaz from Milford and Billy Ott from Cape Henlopen, 220 pound conference championship on the line. Billy Ott, the younger brother of former 3-time conference and state champion Thomas Ott, currently at the Naval Academy.
Home crowd's loving it.
Yes, they are. These guys wrestled to a ride out earlier in the season.
Slide by there. Can't get it.
Don't for a lot of shots in this match. It's going to be pick the right one.
Oh, yeah,
high
definitely.
percentage with these 2 guys. Ott reached the finals today by DQ, as Michael Handy from Laura was disqualified in the semifinal match.
Wow. Tough way to end your
Yes, tell me about it.
And your tournament.
And Diaz won a overtime decision over Hunter Moyer. Moyer also was tossed from the tournament after the match. So
Jeez.
both guys drop down to 5th and 6, and then it'll be up to the DIA whether they wrestle next week in the first round. So tough goings at 220 today.
Oh, definitely.
A weight class where I think the Henlopen can take 8 guys.
Jeez.
So we're off and going here at Ott. Looking to put him under, not there. Diaz, great head position, Avante.
Oh, always.
And always keeps his feet moving in a good stance. Approaching 15 seconds left here in the first period.
Nice attempt. The arm drag to the hooks.
Under 10 seconds go here in the first period.
If he tries anything here. 2 to go.
And that's the end of one. 0-0. The all-important toss in these 0-0 matches. And Diaz gets the toss. That's going to be key for him because he's hard to keep down. Second period underway, 0-0. Billy Ott from Cape in the black singlet.
This also benefit him when we get to overtime.
Exactly.
First point scored.
Ott trying to get that pressure going forward. Quad stance by Diaz.
Good lift to a Turk. Doesn't get it.
Got the leg trap.
Gonna look for a bow and arrow. Thought it was gonna be Zane Rutherford for
a
second there.
It's kind of hard to bow and arrow these guys.
Yeah. If you do it, it's impressive.
Both ankle bands have fallen off. Those big old ankles and shins out there. Here comes Diaz coming out front. Ott lifts and they go out of bounds. And Diaz will return to the center. Diaz likes that quad stance, come up slowly.
When you wrestle bigger guys, it's harder to,
do the
explode off
normal
the whistle
stand-up,
and stand up. So,
minute 25 to go here in this second period at 2:20. One match already gone. Tony Weiss gets the fall. And another conference title, looking for his third state title next week. And Diaz rise to his feet, hand fights, looking to cut and turn. Ott drops to the single. And we're going to go out of bounds. Now you have to wonder how many times has he dropped to that single before we get the stalemate and then the stall call.
We'll see if the rest decides to make that decision.
All right. Minute 16 to go in the second period. No score. Pressure out front. Diaz comes to his feet and scores. 1-0 for Anthony Diaz.
And quickly he's controlling center.
Yeah, and Diaz, he spent half his season at heavyweight. And he was the team guy, and he had to go up to heavyweight 285 and win some matches for him this year as Milford won the Division II state championship.
Yeah.
Out of bounds, 53 seconds on the restart, and we're neutral. So Diaz gets the first point on the board, which if we end up to these twin 30s in the ride out, it will be very important. But Ott showed he can ride him for 30 seconds.
Right. Now, it's nice and easy to ride a guy for 30 seconds, beginning of the match, but once you all get a little sweaty and a little tired. Yeah, it takes a toll.
I like how Diaz, he controls the center of the mat. He keeps his back to the center of the mat.
Which is key,
Right. That's why he doesn't get a lot of stall calls.
Right. When the ref's looking at it, who's controlling the mat. That's important.
Both wrestlers trying to pummel in, get to the edge. That could be a 2. They're going to say no. Coach Don Parsley trying to keep Diaz in. Diaz upset with the call. Thought he had a takedown. And so did the Milford crowd.
Yeah.
18 seconds to go. 1-0. Diaz leads. Ott looking to body lock. And there you see there, Avante. We talk about the sweat.
Yeah.
Right there he goes to body lock and he's able to slide that arm out.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
I think your third period, Avante, I think Diaz has to show that he can ride.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's important. You got to make that guy.
Maybe not ride and ride him out, but he's got to show he can put on a minute or so ride. Two minutes on the clock. 1-0 lead for Diaz. Ott sits out. Diaz follows and cuts and scores. This could be a problem for Diaz in the twin 30s and maybe the ride out. So here we go. 1-1. Third period at 220 pounds. Folks, we're at Milford High School in Milford, Delaware for the Henlopen Conference Championship here on 302 Sports. Benny Mitchell and Avante Drummond. Matt side tonight. Diaz showed a couple almost takedowns here. He got the one on the edge, and then there he goes behind, and again they go out of bounds.
And so the arm drag, but couldn't keep him in bounds.
Under a minute 30 to go. Again, a little snap, go behind.
Which is good for heavyweights. If
Right.
you can snap that guy down, get his back, his lower back, in a little bit of pain, you're all right.
More of a straightforward come at you underhook guy. Again, Diaz, good job of turning the hips back to the center of the mat. And they step out of bounds again. Minute 3 on the restart. We're neutral. We're 1-1 at 220 pounds. Milford trying to crown a conference champion here in the home gym. Another snap attempt by Diaz, and they go to the over-unders.
You watch how he turns himself into the center.
Again, right back, turns himself to the center. And watch for a lat drop throw on the edge, just maybe to see if it's there.
Right.
And they go out of bounds again. 45 seconds when we come back in the neutral position.
Look for a headlock here.
And Diaz also controlling that elbow, too, on the underhook side.
Probably locks that elbow in there.
Yes, he does. Let's go ahead, throw me. And on the edge again. 21 seconds on our restart. Here in the third period, 1-1. Mike Jordan, the referee, on the call, assisted by Jordy Dickerson. Ott with a little heavy hands on the head. Under 15 seconds to go. And we're going to go to the first overtime on our feet with 1 minute to get 1 minute on the clock. Free wrestling here at 220 pounds. 1 minute on the clock. Our first overtime period. Again, Ott digging that underhook. Yeah, he might want to be thinking takedown's important here because he doesn't have the advantage on the coin disc flip.
Right.
And again, Diaz, good job turning those hips to his back to the center.
And for the folks at home, that understand, the overtime, it's first point scored here.
Right, first point scored here wins it. Then we go to twin 30s. And then if necessary, we go to the ultimate ride out, the ultimate tiebreaker, where Diaz will have choice because he had the first point scored. 1-1. .25 seconds to go. Ott throw by, not there. Diaz moves the feet. And Ott looking like he might be pressing here a little bit. And this is where Diaz is patient. He knows he's got the first point scored.
Oh, definitely.
So he's going to be patient here. No mistakes.
He's definitely been here many a times, so he knows what to expect in these overtime periods. All right, look for inside trip there.
So we're going to move to the first of the twin 30s. Diaz takes down first. That's probably has to ride him here. He's got to get the 30-second ride. A little slow coming back to the center. He'll drop down to that single leg. But the last time, Diaz sat out, prevented that. And he comes up again, cuts and scores for Diaz. He goes up 2-1.
Oh, that was a nice drag attempt.
On the edge, Ott digging in those underhooks. And we go out of bounds. 16 seconds on the restart, and we're neutral. Diaz up 2-1. Second match of the finals, 220 pounds. When you look at Diaz, he looks tired right now, but that's his stance.
Yeah.
Hands down.
You can tell by a guy's face, whether he's composed, tired, or things like that, and Diaz looked pretty composed here.
And that's the end of the first overtime. We'll go to the second of the twin 30s. Overtime number 2 or number 3. Billy Ott takes bottom position, trailing 2-1. Ott sits out, comes to his feet.
Here for Diaz, you got to.
And cuts and scores 2-2.
Here, if you're Billy, you want to get a takedown because Diaz has choices.
That's right. Shot in by Ott. Looks to double underhook to the edge. And you got Diaz is the kind of guy you got to be careful bull rush.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You look out there. He may not look slick. He's slick.
Yeah.
Good head hands defense. Ott in on a shot.
Spin. Oh.
He goes to spin behind. 2 seconds on the restart. And right back. Diaz, first guy back.
There it is.
Ultimate tiebreaker. Diaz is going to take bottom position. Ott's got to ride him for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Diaz looking for the escape, and he looked fresh in that his last 30.
Right. You got a home crowd, give him a little motivation here. So.
Ott goes tight waist ankle. Throws in a boot. Diaz comes up. Diaz scores. Anthony Diaz, your conference champion at 220 pounds with the ultimate tiebreaker.
Good match. Good match.
Excellent match, both wrestlers.
They're showing the respect there.
So while they're awarding some place winners, Avante, let's talk a little bit about what we have seen so far. Really, in the upper weights is where things kind of slow down, but not tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of action in those first two matches.
Right. You know, you have the returning state champ, two-time state champ. Oh, look over there. We got Caleb Mayer walking in. Look at that. Awesome. But, yeah, so you got – I forgot what I was saying. Sorry about that.
Talking about the first
Tony
match
Weeks,
with their returning state champ. Yeah.
So Tony Weeks, coming out and doing what he does best and getting the pin. First period pin on that, which is pretty impressive. We didn't expect nothing less from him.
Right.
Then Anthony Diaz, you got him against Billy Ott, which two have battled, a few times already this year. And to watch those two go after it like they did, it was pretty nice to see.
So 285, our last big guy match of the night. We're going to get them out of the way. And we don't know who is what color. Well, let's talk about these two guys. Jamie Shermer, the number 1 seed out of Sussex Tech. He's a junior, and he's up against the freshman out of Cesar Rodney, Kevin Hudson. And both guys too big for the ankle band, so I don't know who's who.
Once first point score, we'll figure it out.
That's right. Well, they're just going to go on the clock is the way I need them.
Right.
How about that? Hudson, the freshman. We talked about before, impressive. He got here again today with some more overtime matches. He seems to be the master of the kind of like Diaz,
right,
of those ride-out matches.
That's important for a young guy to know how to win those close matches. You have a lot of experienced guys who really don't know how to win those close matches,
right,
and for him to do it, that's really impressive.
The first of 5 Cesar Rodney riders in the finals here. They're looking to creep back into that second place position, surpassed over as one guy in the finals. Shermer, I believe, 2 victories over Hudson this season. And Hudson's problems has just been able to stop the one takedown.
Yeah.
Now, another thing, Damian Creighton, he did the semifinals. And Damian talked about the composure of this freshman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just how you watch him through the match. Watch the facial expressions, the body language.
Right.
And, pretty head-solid kid. But he's up against the Bulls, the number 1 ranked 285 in the state, Jamie Shermer out of Sussex Tech. As the clock winds down, under 20 seconds to go here in the first period. Hudson also a light. He's probably about 235, 240. So he's a light heavyweight. And the clock winds down. Move to the second period. 0-0 at 285. Toss goes to Shermer, and he's going to take down right away Coach Scott Layfield.
Right here, if you're Kevin, you want this guy to carry your weight a little bit.
That's right. You want to establish a ride here.
Definitely. Take as much out of him as you can.
And Shermer comes to his feet right away and cuts and scores. 1-0, Jamie Shermer from Sussex Tech. He's going to work. Avante, he's digging in hooks this time.
So who was the last Sussex Tech conference champ? Is it Massey?
I would think it would have been Massey, also a state champion. Yeah.
Okay. So I think after him you had Wilson.
Did he win the conference, though?
That's what I'm wondering.
I can't remember if he won the conference.
Huh.
Under a minute 30 to go. Hudson's putting heavy hands here, putting on the hand fight.
Important.
Take some sting out of your opponent.
Oh, yeah. Seems to be a little bit of the aggressor here, so.
Approaching a minute here in the second period, 1-0 lead for Jamie Shermer of Sussex Tech. Hudson Key in the Caesar Rodney State Championship match with a heavyweight win. The Riders winning 30-29. Every point was important in that match. 45 seconds to go here in the second period. 1-0 lead for Shermer, the number one ranked 285-pounder in the state. And a lot like Diaz, right now, Hudson's really controlling the mat right now. He's keeping the back to the center and putting up the hand fight and establishing the and pushing, shooting Shermer out of bounds. 1-0, 20 seconds left on the restart. And as we get down to 15 seconds, it'll be Hudson's choice. I'm sure he'll be going down, and we'll get to another 1-1.
Yeah. So it's going to be important for him to get that escape and get a takedown, because it'll be similar to the 220 match where the first guy that scored the point, it's going to be harder to ride.
Third period we go. And Hudson will go in the down position, defensive position. 2 minutes on the clock, 1-0 lead for Shermer. And crowd starting to come to life. They kind of got lured to sleep in the second period, and here they come. Hudson comes up. Shermer making him carry the weight back down to the mat on the edge. And we go out of bounds. The Riders, the first team to pop out in the doublets tonight for the finals. Again, Shermer pressure forward, making him ride away. Hudson comes to his feet. Trying to run the circle, hand fighting.
Oh, locked hands.
Yeah, he must have got him loose. Ref was down there. I thought there is no reaction time on that. Sometimes that confuses people, but that wasn't a takedown. That was a rear standing position. No locked hands call. And he breaks him back down the mat, and he's going to impose that weight on him right now. Yeah. Minute 26 to go here in the third period. 1-0 lead for Shermer.
And this is where we could see,
a stall call here, maybe.
Stall call or the mental toughness come into play.
Right. And again, Hudson comes to his feet. Hand fights on. Needs to run the circle. Cuts and scores. Nice. And look at the excitement of this freshman. Man, I made it. I made it to my feet.
He was showing me that he was mentally tough.
That's right. 1-1, absolutely. You called it. 1-1, under a minute to go here in the third period. And now Shermer starting to use that weight to push him around the mat. Shermer, I believe, has the advantage if we get to the double 30s. Getting the first score.
Yeah. Both guys not really showing, any intention to trying to take a shot here.
If you're a Hudson, do you really want to go under all that weight?
Oh, definitely.
It's got to be a sweep single or something.
Right.
A knee pick.
To the outside and definitely don't want to shoot underneath of him. 1-0
And here we go, end of the third period. So we're going to go to our second overtime match of the night here at 285. And from the CR corner to tell them to get after it. Don't want to get to Shermer's advantage in the rideouts. Shermer controlling the ties, both hands on the inside. Hudson, hand fight, gets back into control. 42 seconds to go here in the first overtime.
Shermer to his underhook.
A little knee pick attempt there by Hudson. Not sure how serious it was. Just maybe see if it's there.
Right.
And he gets in on a double to go to the edge. Out of bounds. 16 seconds left on the restart.
He wants to snap and do that again.
Mm-hmm. 5 seconds here. Looks like we're going to go ahead to the Twin 30s. Overtime number 2. So 2 matches tonight, 2 overtimes. 30 seconds on the clock. Toss goes to Shermer. He's going to take defense first. You know, you talk about imposing the weight on top. It's equally as hard to hold that weight down when it's on bottom.
You can get the hands on those guys' feet. You know,
Shermer up right away and
put
scores.
Hands on, weight on the hands, you know, that's
2-1 Shermer, so he has the advantage here. If I'm Hudson, I'm going to start taking some shots to try to end this thing.
You got to attempt something here.
And there he goes. Out of bounds, 12 seconds left.
You want to control that pace.
Again, folks, 302 Sports you're watching. Benny Mitchell and Avante Drummond. Shot by Hudson. And he gets the takedown.
1 second left.
Huge
nice.
takedown.
Has to go bottom here.
And he is going to go bottom. Sherman's got to turn him.
Yeah.
Or cut him and take him down. Big advantage here for Kevin Hudson, and he feels it. He got up, clapping his hands, looking at the CR section. And Hudson comes to a quad stance. Hudson scores. He's now up 4-2. Time to play defense.
Yep.
No stall calls in this match.
Sherman needs to take him down for the next 15.
These are the top two ranked wrestlers in the state.
There's a
at
shot.
285, shot by Shermer.
Oh, nice go behind.
Smartly cuts him.
Yeah.
And lets the clock run.
Well, you look at that freshman coming in, posing his will.
And we have an upset at 285. Kevin Hudson, the freshman out of Caesar Rodney, is a Henlopen Conference champion.
Impressive.
Wow. You know, he sensed it, Avante.
Yeah,
he
did.
sensed this match. So we're going to do some awards, and already we had an exciting semifinals. Now we're going to have an exciting finals, folks. And we're going to move to 106 pounds. This is Joey Nattercola. And he's going to be taking on Patrick Wisniewski, I believe. 3 or 4 matches between the two this year. As they hand out the awards, Anthony Diaz ascends to the top of the podium. Remember, Avante, we have to be looking for an outstanding wrestler tonight.
Yeah.
Sodell Concepts, outstanding wrestler.
So far, I already got mine in mind here.
Yeah, we got a lot of wrestling to go,
That's
though.
what I'm saying. Like, after 3 matches, I
Right.
kind of picked my one, but we'll see how the rest of these matches go.
So here's the matchup at 103 pounds for the Henlopen Conference Championship. Joey Nattercola, he's a freshman, 38-8. He's the number 1 seed, and he takes on the number 3 seed, Patrick Wisniewski out of Caesar Rodney, the sophomore, 34-7. So here we go, underway at 106 pounds. And action's probably going to pick up here a little bit, Avante.
Yep. Good double by Natacola, no score yet. Way to step over that. And turn his chest. There it is.
Take down Joey Natacola.
Into the tilt. No
right
backs.
to it.
There it is. Up.
Getting some one counts here and no backs. 2-0 for Joe Natacola.
But to see that transition, that's impressive.
And out of bounds. Minute 16 on the restart. Natacola up 2-0. Gets a quick takedown here in the match at 106 pounds. And Wisniewski to his feet. Natacola returns him back to the mat. Then go right back to that hazard tilt. Gets across to that cross wrist.
Yeah. Looking
And
for a
now
hazard
fishing
again.
in between the legs. A little ball and chain action here.
Ball and chain here.
And then
Hazard.
switches off to the hazard. Wisniewski doing a great job of keeping his back off the mat.
He needs
And
to get
Wisniewski's in a
up,
good position
up.
here. Looking to
Chin
chin whip.
And nothing.
Kind of love it when the matches roll from the 285s around to the 106s.
Yeah.
Everything's faster and a lot more scrambles.
A little high pace, and it's going back to a tilt. So it's looking tough on top here.
Couple roll throughs here. 10 seconds in the period. No backs. So it was just a great job of fighting off the attacks here on top.
That's 5 or 6 tilts with no
no backs, yeah. So we move to the second period. 2-0 for Joe Natacola. Going toss goes Smyrna. And he's going to take down with a 2-0 lead. And we're going to have a caution on top.
Another caution there.
Jordy didn't act like he really wanted to call that one, did he? So 2 cautions on Wisniewski here to start the second period. Next
Quick
one will be
stand
a
up.
point. Looking for a cutback. Not there. Cuts him. 3-0 lead for Joe Natacola. Shot by Natacola. Blood, head hands defense by Wisniewski there. Another shot, double leg in deep.
He has to hide those feet.
And Wisniewski trying to reach for that funk, and it's not there because he's in way too deep.
Yeah. And then you just got to turn. You got to catch his face. Once
His
you
long
catch that
arms
face, yeah.
probably won't be much of a problem. There it is. Takedown, Joey Natacola.
If you're Patrick, you got to basically get yourself up.
Okie bar.
Uh-oh.
Nope, not going to be there.
You got to get an escape here, like.
Yeah, you can't go in 5, down 5-0.
Not at all. Ended the first period getting ridden out, and you got to score at least 1 here to go into the next period and have a little bit of confidence that you're going to get out.
Because you're going to have to take bottom.
Yeah.
Natacola looking to turn here. Wisniewski beat him in the last dual meet of the season, and then Natacola won the state finals match in the state duels. Both of those a week apart. And we're right back here the following Saturday. So these two, third time they've met in 3 consecutive Saturdays.
In the bar, he's going to get it. He gets
the
it.
turn, looking for the fall.
There it is.
There it is. Joey Natacola gets the fall at 106 pounds. Has run the elbow into the ear.
Yeah.
Joey Natacola, your conference champion at 106 pounds. And they award the 285-pound top place winners, state qualifiers. Top 4 automatic go to the state tournament.
So there's 2 freshmen there that have won conference titles.
Kevin Hudson, your champ, the freshman, as he goes to the top of the stand. And here we go, an exciting guy to watch.
Will Rain.
Will Rain.
If you're Jackson, your main goal is to slow him down.
Yeah, good luck. You know where he's best in recent years. He's been best is when he on the go behinds. And now he's developed a pretty good takedown game.
Right, and that's important.
So here we go, Will Rain, Jackson Al-Chakashi, 113 pounds. Will Rain, the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state, got a win over Zach Spence, who beat him in the state finals last year. Back in January. I believe it was the Del Castle Invitational Champion Finals. And there's Rain going right after him. And that's what he didn't do last year. Last year he was more of a counter-type wrestler, using his speed, going behind. And here he comes out on the attack.
Nice. Let's see if we see a little bit more of that.
I had the pleasure of coaching this young man through middle school when he came out with the Henlopen Hammers, and just a load of talent, and young, still a sophomore.
Wow.
Shot by Al-Tokachi and just pulls him up with those underhooks.
Yeah.
Again, and deep, drags him right back up with those underhooks.
That's a little frustrating there, getting so deep and not score. But you see Jackson's the aggressor here.
He's the number 3 ranked wrestler in the state at 113 pounds, Al-Chakachi. Wrestled at Middletown High School last year in the Blue Hen Conference and moved to Smyrna, and he's now a member of the Smyrna Eagles. Going to the 2-on-1. And you'll see as the match goes on, you'll notice him wear down with that sore knee.
Yeah.
.30 seconds to go, first period. And now Rain choosing the 3-point stance option, the knee drop. Gets it on a double on the edge.
Short time, and
he's got 2.
Ooh, called 2 there.
And the 2 refs agree with it. Takedown, Will Rain. And that's what he didn't really do last year in the tough matches.
With short time, that's important. Now you got to ride him out. Can't give up the easy one. You got to return.
And they go out of bounds with 9 seconds left. And we're going to get a caution on bottom. Chakachi drops up, picks up, and they're going to go out of bounds. And they're going to call flea in the mat. I don't know. You got to chase that guy. You got to hang on to him.
You got to return. I mean.
Right.
Here, you just lift and return, lift and return.
Right. And there he is. This time,
like
cuts
that.
back. There you go. Second period, we move to 2-1. And Rain's going to defer as he wins the toss. He leads 2-1. Al-Chakachi takes bottom.
Here we got to see a little bit more mat returns from.
Yeah, right. And take some sting out of that guy.
Yeah.
Wear him out. Wear him down. He's already a bit hobbled.
Right.
And he's going to cut him here. 2-2. And we're on our feet. Both wrestlers decide to go knee drop here.
Jackson with a lot of motion here.
Good shot. Deep on a single.
Deep single.
Looking to get backside. Wow, the hips of
and
the strength of Will Rain. How aggravating does that
Yeah.
got to be? Rain in on a single.
Got to bring him in.
Flip funk.
He gives up the 2. Nothing. Watch the pin. No control pin.
And there's the takedown. And the count starts.
There's the 2. Whoa.
And we go out of bounds. 2-2. And here comes Smyrna coach Kurt Howe.
Yeah. He's looking for that no control there.
And Mike Jordan's going to explain himself. Ask Coach Howe to return to his corner. It's going to be 6-2. And that's a warning on the Smyrna staff. 38 seconds to go here in the second period. Big offense there from Will Rain just then. That's going to allow him to go to his game, which is that defensive.
You stop that guy's shot, a deep shot at that.
Right.
And then get on the shot on your own, and then
and put a ton of points up on it.
Go up 6-3. That's
6-3. 20 seconds to go in the second period.
If you're Jax, you want to get back to that single again. Get in deep and score on the mat.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if Rain's naturally strong or if he hits the weight room, but he has jacked up a couple deep single legs today.
Is maybe another one coming here in the last second?
And he's peeking at the clock right now. So choice to, and he's going to take neutral. Third period.
Wow. Smart choice. Jax is tough on top.
Right. And long.
Yeah.
Maybe more important than how tough he is.
Mm-hmm. So if you're Jackson, you want to get a takedown and you want to try to get a turn.
Right away. 6-3. Will Rain from Indian River in the green leads. You're watching 302 Sports. Benny Mitchell and Avante Drummond. Matt Side at the Henlopen Conference Championship. Finals action. Smyrna has wrapped up the team score. Drag and goes behind. And he's going to give him the 2. I think he just caught a foot to the nose as they scrambled. I don't know if you noticed on the edge of the mat, there's Wendell Cannon.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It's
like that's how I was looking at. I was like, is that Wendell?
It's Will Rain's cousin, living in Salisbury now. And Wendell Cannon, 2-time state champ out of Sussex Tech.
Beast runner-up.
Was he a runner-up or just a placer?
I thought he was a
Can't
runner-up.
recall. It's been a long time ago.
Yeah, I think he wrestled Blair Kidd in the finals. Was it Austin Ormsby?
Could be. I'm 53. Your memory's way better than mine. And the sportsmanship of Will Rain walks over, shakes his hand. It was inadvertent. Now I guess they're going to take it away. They're going to take the takedown away now. So 6-2, 6-3 Will Rain now. Well, Smyrna is ruling this tournament right now, so they're going to pick up a lot of enemies.
Oh, definitely.
Your lone Indian River Indian in the finals. Sit drag by Al Takashi. Rain going to the defense, dropping the hand.
If you're Will, you got to stay on your offense here. But a minute left, you can't get 2 stolen calls. And
Takashi in. Good head hands defense by Will Rain.
Yeah.
Tries to sit through. Will Rain looking to go behind.
Now you wonder if the ref's going to call a stolen.
Well, and there it is. There's a stall call. Rain's not going to take any chances here until he has to.
Yeah.
50 seconds to go. He can give up another stall call and then go back to offense.
Yep. But you give up that stall and then get taken down.
That's right.
Won't be good.
Shows a shot there. Maybe just enough to make the stripes think about what I'm doing out here.
Right, yeah.
High crotch, not deep, but gets the hands on the legs. Again, Rain able to stuff it, looking to throw by. He gets in on a deep double, picks it, lifts, takes him down.
Nice finish.
Will Rain, that's what you call a hard finish on a double leg. Will Rain bringing this crowd out, baby. This is exciting type of wrestler, and that's going to cut Al Chakachi. 9 seconds to go. Rain fighting off a single leg attempt. 4 seconds to go on the restart. A little trouble with the track clock. I guess they weren't able to get it to stop. One referee saying 3. Smyrna fan scores 1-5. But you're not getting 2 and 2 with 5 seconds left. Heck, Rain could run out of the gym.
Yeah.
Three seconds it is. We have 4 on ours. Will Rain, your conference champion, back-to-back, the sophomore. Here at 113 pounds this year. 8-4 decision at 113 pounds. Will Rain, Indian River. Avante, number 1 ranked guy in the state. Talk a little bit about that Will Rain character, that guy.
He's tough. I'd like to see him, move his feet a little bit more, but he did enough to win. And that's all you can ask for, the guy was composed the whole time. Granted, Jackson was in maybe 3 or 4 times really deep.
Right.
And to have some really nice tips to suck them all the way up and then on top of that score, really impressed. Really impressed.
So we're going to move as they hand out the awards. Joey Natacola to the top of the trophy stand at 106 pounds. So here we go to 120 pounds. And there's your matchup right there. Mike Primo and Robbie Rosser. And I think this is the third Milford Buccaneer in the finals tonight. 3 of 4. Robbie Rosser, Beast of the East place winner, 8th place. Something hard for our Delaware, right here in our own state, but, man, they bring in the power, and it's hard to get to there. Underway at 120 pounds, first period action. And some of these matches have been majors, some of these matches have been close. But Rosser, so stubborn on giving up points.
Oh, he's stingy, very stingy.
Rosser with that 2-on-1, and they go out of bounds. £120, Robbie Rosser, defending state champion last year at 113. Primo was 4th last year at 106, maybe the biggest grower on the state this year. Took him several weeks to get down. To get down to 120 because you got get down past Cam Hayes, who's a 26-pounder. But Mike Primo did the work. He died it down, got himself into shape.
So I think this summer he went from 106 that season.
Oh, he was in the 30s. Yeah, well into the 30s. He may have been stepping on a 40 every once in a while. Oh, pull down by Rosser. Goes behind.
Nice. Oh, you got to be careful here.
Saying no control, and now he gives it takedown for Robbie Rosser. 2-0. Prima, nice job catching that ankle as they went by.
Very great job.
And Robbie Rosser, he'll give you some lifts and returns. Right. He's a physical 100. He was a physical 106. He was a physical 113, and he's a physical 120. Going to wrestle NAIA next year, going out to Missouri.
Missouri Valley.
Missouri Valley, yeah. Tough NAIA school.
Mm-hmm.
He went out and visited Central Missouri, and his dad said, if we're going to drive this far, we're going to look at a couple schools. And they went to Missouri Valley, and he liked it. He said, I'm here.
This is awesome.
1 second on the clock, and it runs off. So we move to the second period at 120 pounds. Rosser with a 2-0 lead. Primo defers. And Rosser takes bottom.
Yeah, both guys really good on top. So
Robbie Rosser, last year's state champion with a tech fall in the finals. It's not something that happens very often.
Wow.
But struggled in his quarterfinal match. He was on the ropes in the quarters last year.
You got to be careful for your Primo here. You're Robbie. You just want to get your one. You
Yes.
got to kick forward.
Put the other foot on the butt and kick away. Rosser hold on to that ankle.
There
That's
you go.
where he does it. Gets the one. 3-0, Robbie Rosser with the lead. Looking to be the second champion tonight from Milford High School. Going to close out his Henlopen Conference career on his home mat. Right back to the 2-on-1.
Look for him to pull it back down.
Inside trip. To a double. Takedown,
Nice.
Robbie Rosser. Robbie Rosser, another kid out of the Henlopen Hammers program with us a long time from first grade on. Still hangs around after Milford practice and works with some of the younger kids. And
Definitely.
we're going to miss him for 4 years while he's out in Missouri. Plans on getting a teaching degree, come back and coaching.
Nice.
Or coaching, I don't know about coming back.
Yeah.
Under a minute to go in the second period. 5-0 lead for Robbie Rosser. And we're going to go out of bounds. 54 seconds on the restart. Mike Hartnett on the call here as the referee. Milford crowd's sitting on their hands right now, Vontae.
Yeah, they are.
What's this about?
Yeah, you got your returning state champion.
Big mat return by Rosser.
And Beast of the East All-American.
Somebody likes it. There's a loud clap
Yeah.
coming out of the corner. I appreciate a good hard mat return.
Oh, definitely.
Make that guy think if he wants to stand up
Yeah.
again.
You go to a Penn State match, man. They celebrate you for anything. You can push that guy. They're cheering for you.
That's right. Rosser out front. Looks like he wanted to run a bar there. 15 seconds to go. Primo will have choice. Claw ride here. It looks like he's putting a boot in. And this is where he, back when he was a 93-pound freshman, wrestling 113 pounds.
Where he made his
This is
money.
where he learned. Yeah, this is where he learned to ride legs and steal some matches. One match away from placing his freshman year in the state at 113 pounds, weighing about 92, 93.
Yeah.
Primo takes bottom position. Yeah, we talked about at the beginning of the match, just the stinginess of Rosser. It's hard to beat him because it's hard to score on.
Yeah. And he doesn't give up points.
No. Jackson Dean's another wrestler like that. He don't like to cut people.
Yeah. Well, you take a guy down twice, you cut him twice. All he needs is one takedown.
One takedown
and
tied up.
It's
And
that's
Rosser
one rule I think
gets
should change. but-
gets the boot in. Well, in college, they've increased the back points to 4. Why not increase the takedown to 3 like they're doing in freestyle?
Mm-hmm.
And, headstand to a tilt, not there.
Gotta go
Rosser
again.
is usually pretty good putting people in the pocket, too. Unable to get Primo. Primo's a funky wrestler.
He is.
He's very unorthodox and gets the job done.
Sometimes you gotta be careful rolling around with Primo.
59 seconds to go here in the match. Robbie Rosser with a 5-0 lead. And right back to that claw ride. As I mentioned, then Rosser came through the Henlopen Hammers. Primo, once he got to high school, he creeps down here from time to time.
Yeah.
He likes to come to down here and work out. Travels with us in the Mawa season. Now he's looking for a little bit of leg defense here. Comes to his feet. Rosser right back around the tight waist and follows him to the mat. Looks like they get a boot in. 25 seconds to go in the match. And Rosser looking to get backs out of this. And now finds himself in a bad position. And he's going to give up the reversal. Robbie, that's going to haunt him for the rest of the week.
Definitely.
Give up a cheap 2. 5 seconds to go here in the match. And Robbie Rosser is your conference champion back-to-back. Looking for a second state title next weekend. Robbie Rosser, Milford High School, 2-time Henlopen Conference champion. And now we have an interesting matchup coming up at 126, but first we'll check out the award winners at 113.
Ask Cam one question before this match. What do you plan on do?
Win?
One word. Dominate.
Right.
I like it.
There you go. Here we go at 126 pounds. 2-time state champion Cameron Hayes on the mat for the Caesar Rodney Riders. And the guy that pulled the big upset today over Anthony Caruso, Lou Foscue from Laurel. And we're underway at 126. Hayes, 2-time conference champion, 2-time state champion, was third in the state last year at 120. And Cameron Hayes, one of the slicker wrestlers.
Yeah. He's also very stingy as well.
Yeah, he doesn't like to give up a lot of points either. Foscue came out in the semis and right off the bat took Caruso to his back, got a 4-0 lead, and then got 2 more takedowns in the match. Match went into overtime, and he wins it on a takedown. We go out of bounds with 1:19 on the clock. Another thing about Hayes is he won't panic.
No, not at all. He stays composed, that's for sure. And you got the cousins coaching against each other, so that's always fun.
Yeah. Dan Rigby in the CR corner and Jesse Glandon in the Laurel corner. Jesse Glandon, a former state champ out of Caesar Rodney.
Yeah.
They won the Henlopen South this year in his second season, but came up short in the state finals to the Milford Buccaneers. Kind of has to make you a little happy.
Yeah.
Seeing your Bucks get their 5th straight state title.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a controversial call to see the 2 cousins go at it.
Right, yeah.
Haven't seen much here in this first period. Few half attempts, no commitments.
Yeah, Foscue, I thought he would come out careful in the semis. You know, he didn't. He came out on fire.
Right.
Here, maybe because these two have never met.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have the one match with. He had a feel for Caruso, but he's not having met this guy. And
Cam, he also is being a little careful with what we've seen him do to Caruso every time he got to a single leg. Was a three in a row or a toss.
Right. And end of one period, 0-0. And wins the toss. Hayes is going to take bottom. Foscue had a little trouble riding Caruso there. Caruso got himself back in the match from the bottom position.
Oh, yeah. Good return.
Nice return. Hayes right back to his hands and knees off the return.
Foscue's looking for a crossface cradle here. He has to hook that back ankle. There it is.
Looking to put a boot in on the right side. And has the cradle.
Locked up. Cam has to stretch out there. There he goes.
And Hayes is going to come out and he's going to get the one. So 1-0, Cameron Hayes. Won his state title his freshman year here as a Milford Buccaneer at 106. Then transferred to Caesar Rodney, won a state title 113. Last year, third in the state at 120. And has just progressed right up to 126 this year, where he's the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state. Foscue ranked, I believe, number 4. And this is what we saw out of Foscue in the semis, that over-under and pushing the pressure, pushing the pace. Minute to go here in the second period. Cam Hayes of Cesar Rodney in the yellow leads 1-0. Hayes shot, reshot. Foscue follows with a shot of his own, and another one. Hayes with the underhook on the near side. And they go out of bounds. 40 seconds to go on the restart.
Foscue's really active here.
Hayes pretty tough on top, so it'll be interesting to see if it goes 1-0.
Yeah.
Double leg shot by Foscue. Hayes goes to a single leg. Now switches off to a double. Normally he would turn the corner there off that reshot, but unable to get to the right. And we get a stalemate. 19 seconds to go in the second. Trying to think of the last time Laurel Bulldogs had a conference champ.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Shot by Foscue. Warning call on Hayes. And 4 seconds go on the restart. And like you said, Hayes not fazed by it.
Yeah.
Head hands defense is there. And we're going to go to the third period. With Cameron Hayes leading 1-0, Foscue is going to take neutral. So we're going to stay out from underneath.
Yeah, well.
Hayes.
Hasn't showed that he could take him down, but.
Right.
I think
anybody's followed, I would take my chance on bottom.
I would too.
I mean, Hayes is tough, and he turns a lot of people. But also, when he has a 1-0 lead, he has great position.
Yeah. So
out of bounds.
Getting a little winded here.
Yeah, maybe a little frustrated too.
Yeah.
Minute 42 to go. 1-0 lead for Cameron Hayes of Cesar Rodney. Big pin in the state dual finals for him. Got the team rolling. Now he goes to that pit defense. Goes to the single leg. Brings it up mid-level.
That's where Foscue wants to be.
And now he's going to sub under the leg. Foscue looking to lock in the crotch, but he has got to balance with the right hand.
Way to block that ankle.
Hayes gets to that far hip. And Foscue's got to be careful not to go to his back. That's what Hayes is looking for right now.
Minute to go.
And we get a stalemate. 1 minute to go. (1-0) Cameron Hayes of Cesar Rodney does have a stall warning in this match. Gets it on another single leg. And we talked about how slick he is. He's so slick getting underneath. He's going to sub up again. Foscue blocking with pulling up the ankle. But right now, just eating up some time and get the stalemate. Cameraman Gene Shaner makes the call.
Yeah.
34 seconds.
There you go. He has to push the pace. He has to try to get a stalling call here.
.28 seconds to go. Hayes may want to circle hard off the whistle.
Yeah.
Now this time, Foscue doesn't go on the attack. Looks like he's looking for one more shot right at the end. Hayes with a couple shots there. That's probably that'll keep the stall call away. Shot by Foscue, stuffed by Cameron Hayes.
Has to try to throw.
Now he gets that leg, has it locked on. He's going to try to roll it through. And not going to happen. Time runs out. Cameron Hayes, three-time Henlopen Conference champion, this time at 126 pounds.
Foscue's smiling.
Hey, I kept this one tight, folks.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you a little bit about it. Hey, I mean, that was a great match for Foscue. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but, Cam's going to kind of check him out a little bit. I'm going to check you out, Matt.
Yep. Like the last time Foscue wrestled Caruso in that dual meet, after he lost, he come off the mat smiling.
Right.
That's a sign of, okay, I got you next time. I figured you out. Look what happened this weekend. So you got to look forward to that match next time in the States.
So here we go, folks. 132. State champ versus state champion. So here we go, 132 pounds underway. Rashad Stratton, state champ last year at 126. Nick Nanicola, state champ last year at 120. Stratton 2-0 against Nanicola this season. Nanicola did get a couple takedowns on him in the state dual meet semifinals, but it wasn't enough to hold off those big moves by Rashad Stratton. Stratton might want to be careful coming forward like that.
Yeah.
Natacola's kind of sitting and waiting.
Good reshot there. Elbow pass to him.
And we're out of bounds. Minute 19 on the restart. Natacola, when he got his takedowns last weekend, it was off some shrugs and some throw bys, some slide bys. Stratton he just level changes and just comes after you with that double. Usually these state champs, they try to find different weight classes if they can, but sure there's nowhere to go right now. We had so many returning champs. You got Hayes, who was a two-timer at 26, and you got up top, you got 38, you got Jackson Dean, and so that's somewhere we were going to see a state champ versus state champ matchup.
Definitely.
Natacola, he gets in a deep on a double. Stratton, wow, just like Will Rain, underhook, jacks it up, reshot, out of bounds. 45 seconds to go at 132 pounds.
As I said, get in that deep and not score, it's frustrating.
Now Stratton in deep on a double.
Had to take it out of the way.
And Natacola, he gets the hips away. And if you're going to take it to the head side, you got to keep the feet moving. You can't do it from your knees. I tell you, if they go 0-0 in the first period, that's advantage Natacola.
Oh, definitely.
Stratton, he's tough on his feet. And that looks like how the first period is going to end, 0-0. Shot by Stratton late. Time's going to run out. So he showed he can get to the legs.
Yeah.
He just got to finish. So Stratton wins the toss. He's going to take bottom. And we're going to get a caution on Natacola. Get to him.
Yeah.
Might as well use him. Stratton to his feet, and they go out of bounds.
He has to stay in bounds.
Get that circle, run that circle, make him chase me.
See, a lot of guys do that. They get up and they go straight towards out of bounds line. You want to.
We got to make a left or a right here somewhere.
Right.
Again, Stratton right to his feet, and he cuts and scores. Rashad Stratton leads 1-0 in the second period. So back to his advantage on his feet.
Yeah.
Would probably like to get a takedown here in this period.
Can't reach like that.
Got the Smyrna crowd behind us, encouraging Natacola to get after it.
Yeah.
And I think what they want, when they're saying stay on them, they want to put their hands on them like a lot of people would do with you.
Yeah, definitely.
You're a space
offense guy
that wants to slow you down by putting their hands on you.
Close that gap.
Shotting in on a high crotch, looking to switch off to a double, cracks him down, steps over with two hands, has two legs now, circling backside. Great hips by Natacola to get out of this.
Really great hips. You don't see many guys moving their hips into it.
Minute 1 on the restart. I think right now, Stratton just has to stay focused. Don't get frustrated.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting to the legs. You just got to finish. Natacola, on the other hand, let's frustrate this guy.
Yeah.
You know, shot, stuffed by Stratton, reshot by Stratton. Another shot by Stratton in on another high crotch. Goes to the crackdown. Got to circle those feet. He's going to have to get the 2 legs, but I think Natacola's got that other leg blocked. Now he comes up to a double. Steps out of bounds. 38 seconds to go in the second period. Can't wait for this third period because, Stratton, not known as a top wrestler, but became one this season.
Yeah.
He became a tough guy on top, started turning people. He's turning good people. Underhooks. Stops the shot by Natacola. 14 seconds to go. Stratton with a 1-0 lead. Elbow pass goes out of bounds. 5 seconds left. On to the third period here at 132. Natacola will take the defensive position as he goes down. Stratton on top. Let's see what his top game looks like tonight. And we're going to get another caution. That's going to be on bottom again, so that's
Number 2.
Next one's a point. Stratton jumps sides. Looking to chop. Natacola comes to his feet. Stratton throws a boot in.
Yeah, no, 1 not 2.
And they're going to go out of bounds. Minute 51 on the restart. And now Avante, I think this is we start looking at body language on these as they come back in.
Definitely.
Both guys coming back in, look fresh. Stratton puts in 2 boots, and we're going to get a stalemate. I'm not sure which one he kind of addressed that to. I think Stratton may have thrown the leg in as he was coming up.
Right.
Big lift on that single leg. Look at the low leg Turk, not there. Gets it to the edge, and they go out of bounds. And there's the Smyrna want-to-stall call group. Oh, that's going to be a point. There's no arguing that one.
Yeah.
He darn near finished the switch.
Yeah, he did.
I think this right here is advantage to Rashad Stratton. He's going to get a little breather here.
Yeah.
Up, we go back. Call stands 2-0 Rashad Stratton, which now gives him the ability to cut if he gets to his feet.
Definitely.
Stratton brings him back to the mat. Natacola looking to roll through. Stratton follows, out of bounds. Minute 24. Both guys look fresh, Avante.
Yeah.
Stratton brings them back to the mat again. Gets the boot in while they're down, so now he's got 2 boots in, looking to work top side with some power halves. And Natacola throws the left boot out. And Stratton trying to get away from this, and he does. Gives him the 1, goes out of bounds. Smart move by Rashad Stratton. Minute to go. Double leg shot by Natacola. He's deep on both thighs, with Stratton able to drop the hips. I believe this is the closest these two have wrestled this season.
Yeah.
And we get a stalemate with 42 seconds left. Stratton sweep single attempt on the left side. Stuffed by Natacola.
The straight on shots aren't going to work.
And he's got a stall call to give too. So
yeah,
27 seconds to go. And there's the stall warning on Stratton. "17 seconds. Double leg shot straight on again, though.
If you're Rashad, you want to get on the legs.
That it is.
Careful.
Oh! Takedown and backs.
Wow.
2 backs. Got caught circling around.
Jeez.
And here comes head coach Shane Miller. Wants to question the takedown call.
Wow.
Coach Shane Miller, just tell him just to finish. We'll get it back next week.
Oh, definitely.
All right. Trying to keep Rashad's head in this match. 5 seconds to go. Comes to his feet. And gets to escape. 5-3. And that's how it's going to end. Nick Natacola wins the Battle of the State Champions here at 132 pounds. On a lat drop with 5 seconds to go. So awards being handed out. So here we go, folks. 138 defending state champ Jackson Dean. And he's up against Andre Curry of Cape Henlopen High School. Just so happens to be the second of 2 cousins here for Avante Drummond. And we're off and started at 138. I know, Avante, I know you're pulling for the cousin, but he has a tall task in this one. Jackson Dean also a pinning machine when he slaps that cross-face cradle long. There it is, takedown for Jackson Dean. Looking for some tilts here, getting the swipes. Number 1 versus number 2 seed, Jackson Dean, defending state champ, but he's ranked number 3 in the state as he took a loss to Harry Latch of Slazedown during the dual meet season. And he leads 5-0. I think we'd agree, Avante, it's hard to find a more humble champion than Jackson Dean as he goes to that cross-face cradle. He was last year's outstanding wrestler at the Henlopen Conference Championships, the Soto outstanding wrestler. And there's the pin in 1:10 seconds. Jackson Dean, 2-time Henlopen Conference champ as a sophomore. And I'm not sure what's wrong with Curry. He's getting up slow. So we're going to award 2 weight classes here with a quick pin. So we're going to move to 145. Greg Baum, he was a state champ 2 years ago. And he's up against the surprise finalist in Seth Fleming. Got a pin in the semis. So here we go, off and underway at 145 pounds.
Both guys short and stocky. Smart by Fleming controlling that wrist.
Keep him off those legs.
Yeah. And from that cement mixer.
Yeah. Even more importantly, right?
If you're a bum, you want to bounce that elbow out.
Sorry, folks. We had a little scare there as the old battery warning came on my laptop, and I was pretty sure I was hardwired in.
Shot attempt. Boom stops it.
Nothing worse than running the old board here and getting a message like that.
Oh, nice drag.
Watch the mixer.
Oh, there it is.
Boom, there it is.
He's going to get it. Got the 2. Oh, he's looking for it.
He's tough with it.
Oh.
Holding 2 back.
Kind of a half cradle, half 3/4 Nelson. It's a little funky there.
And he got out of bounds. 11 seconds on the restart. Big lift. Unable to get this to his big return. 5 seconds on the restart. 4-0 lead for Greg Baum out of Smyrna. And time runs out, and we move to the second period at 145. The lone Lake Forest Spartan. Got to try to think back to the last Lake Forest Conference champ.
Ooh.
Wow. That could be a trivia question.
Hacker.
Has it been that long ago?
I think so. Because you had Brandon, can't remember his name.
Garcia.
Brandon Garcia.
But
I think he lost to Killinger.
Yeah, I don't think he won a conference title.
Yeah, so it might have been Hacker in the last one. Because Bart was a conference champ.
Now, they had a state champ 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, in, I'm going to forget his name, and he wrestled for me. That's going to be embarrassing. Thompson. Yeah. Brian Thompson. He wasn't a conference champ, but he was a state champ.
Yeah.
See, if I was thinking about that, I would have forgot his name. So, Brian, I didn't forget about you, buddy. Trust me. He actually won his state title in the semis, knocking off Ronnie Wiest.
Yeah.
In the semifinals.
I remember Trey and I were sitting in the college dorm
watching my
room
broadcast, baby.
Yeah. That was fun.
Well, later on, we're going to see a young man headed to McDaniel College in Dakota Kerr. Greg Baum, he's on his way to Muhlenberg. So, as you know, Avante, Centennial Conference, the Baby Ivy.
Yeah.
The Ivy League of D3, you have to be a good student to get into schools like McDaniel and Muhlenberg. And there with Johns Hopkins and NYU.
Shot.
Of course, NYU leaving the conference in wrestling now. Takedown. No, not yet. And there it is.
He had to crawl forward for Fleming.
7-0 lead. Gets a 1 count. Greg Baum looking to get his second state title this year. Won one as a sophomore. Finished second last year, losing to Jackson Dean. And back on top, the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state at 145. And we've said that a lot here tonight, Avante.
Yeah.
Number 1 ranked wrestler in the state.
Yeah.
As Paul Collier calls the Henlopen, the Big Ten of Delaware wrestling. That's going to be the fall. The big cement mixer. The only thing that can save him is clock right now because he is in deep. And there's the fall. Greg Baum, conference champion for the Smyrna Eagles. And while they award a couple of weight classes here, Vontae, I want to talk about, since we're at 145, young man by the name of Alex Cressy passed away last month. Was 145 pounders, a senior here for Milford. Tragically passed away, and probably was a big part of the inspiration for the Milford Buccaneers. They gathered, the community gathered around those kids, and as you see on a lot of these headgears around the conference, you see the AC with the pirate, as you can see one right here with Kyrie Hovington. Talk a little bit about what kind of kid he came through the Hammers and through Milford, and I think you got the rest of him for a season.
Yeah, Alex, he was a very humble kid, a little quiet, but he knew he had a job to get done,
right.
And that's how he kept it. He was always that kid that would say hi to you. He always had that smile and that curly hair. That was what stuck out about him. So he was a great kid and great in the community, and everybody loved him.
Yeah, and we want to tribute to Alex Cressy. Going too soon.
Kai Hovington, drag. I believe these guys met maybe 4 times.
No, they've only once this year. They've met before, but this year Hovington.
This year only once.
Yeah, only one time. Hovington got the 4-3 decision.
Yeah.
And then for that he gets 3rd seed. Morris the 3 seed here at 152. And the last of 4 Milford Buccaneers in the finals. Zero 152. Want to recognize Jody Wilson for the help, making sure we got our internet up and running tonight. Jody Wilson, a former Henlopen, 2-time Henlopen Conference champ, and an OW.
Nice.
You know a little bit about that.
Yeah,
Vontae OW as a sophomore, I believe.
Yep.
And we will have the conference will pick their own. The coaches vote for their OW. But we will pick the Sodell Concepts Outstanding Wrestler of the Henlopen Conference Championship. Still holding on to your one?
I'm still holding on to my one so far. Yeah.
Well, at the end of the wrestling tonight, we'll take a little, show some people some Sodell food on our commercials, and me and Avante will maybe have to wrestle for it.
Yeah.
But I get top.
All right.
We ain't going on our feet. Make you carry this 150 pounds.
Yeah. $15 to go. A few attempts in the first period, just no real commitments, which we've seen that a lot so far, Guys that have wrestled each other, they want to feel each other out again. And
Hovington, actually, he scores a lot from bottom. It's interesting the way he wrestles. I mean, he's long and rangy. He's got some good shots. But, man, he gets on bottom. You got to be careful because he can turn into 4 or 5 in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, his Peterson, the parsley special,
right. Lots of times comes off the Granby.
Yeah.
So Morris is going to take the bottom position here at 0-0 at 152. Night winding down. Now, did you get to watch any of the wrestling today, Avante, or you just?
I got to watch once you got to, oh, geez. And then the reversal. Wow.
2-2. I told you, Hovington's tough on bottom.
I guess you're right.
I thought maybe the best semis in a long time here in the Henlopen Conference.
Yeah, I got to catch a few of the semis. We had probably about 5 clients in, and I was running back and forth to the computer and trying to check them out best I could.
Introduce your clients to wrestling.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have blood time on Drew Morris.
So yeah,
this and 3 matches left. I thought, of course, you can go back and watch them on YouTube tonight. But I thought, of course, I got to call him, and man, I had a couple times had to pull Damian Creighton back in his seat. He was getting into it, jumping out of his chair. It was some great action here today. I mean,
nice.
A couple of upsets. You had a number 7 out there battling. It didn't quite make it to the finals, but
jeez. See, that's always exciting, you know.
That's what the Henlopen Conference is about. It's not called the meat grinder for nothing.
Exactly.
And it's a tough tournament to get through. And, a lot of times our guys, some of our best guys get to the state tournament, they're beat up after being here. So minute 32, blood time on Drew Morris. Yeah, Mat 2 was the blood mat during the 70s. I think we had a blood time out like half the matches. Kind of making the day drag.
Oh, man.
So
they said Mat 1 was the best mat today.
Oh, yeah, there was some big upsets there, some tough wrestling.
Yeah, they said Mat 1 was rocking and rolling. And
a lot of young fellows hanging around here tonight.
Yeah, little guys. Which is good.
Taking it all in. Look over to my left. There's one of my guys, Trevor Copes, 5th grader. Even paying attention, phone must be dead. Yeah.
3-2 match, a minute
11 to go. Gets to the leg. This is Huffington tough here. Now he's got to bring him to the mat. Now see if we get a flea there. And we do. We got a flea in the mat.
There it is.
Wow. That was John Groom got a little excited there, Coach Don Parsley. Man, he just wants to call. Just helping. I always try my best to help the officials.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't want to help you.
Nah, they are.
Got to do due diligence.
They do a heck of a job. I did it for 12 years, and it was a tough job to do.
Right.
And we got back to blood time. So here's going to be one of these slow-down matches at 3-3. This time I think it's on Huffington.
Yeah. Gotta love all the busted lips, I worked out with the guys on Thursday, and oh, man, my mouth was cut all up. And I'm like, jeez, I got to stop letting these little guys beat up on me, It's one of the little guys hit me with a crossface, and I said, that's probably the hardest crossface I had in my life.
So you talk about guys coming home, and, my son Trey Mitchell, your former college teammate, and he comes home with a black eye and stitches.
Yeah.
Elementary gym class.
Oh, jeez.
Wasn't even wrestling.
Right.
Caught a hockey stick under the eye. Still a great story.
Oh, man.
And by a 5th grader.
That's funny.
But, you just walk around the gym here with a scar and everybody thinks it happened in the wrestling room, right?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So here we go, 42 seconds. And a little bit of cleanup of the buck. Don Parsley told me that they are not the Milford Bucks. They are the Milford Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Yes,
okay.
The Buccaneers, which sometimes is hard to spell if you're not thinking. Is it 2 C's, 2 N's, 2 E's?
Right.
It's just double letters in that one, right?
All you say is Buck, and then you spell out B-U-C and say a near.
And stop right, yeah. B-U-C and near, I love it. Oh, little.
He's going to headlock.
And they're going to go off the edge. 13 seconds to go. 3-3. And I believe Huffington has choice, doesn't he? And Morris took bottom.
So, yeah, Morris took bottom, got a reversal, and then Huffington reversal. Morris escape. Technical violation, 3-3.
Kyrie's brother graduated last year, a 220-pounder. And interesting about these two is they both wrestled. His brother played football. Kyrie's a soccer player. So blood time again red as we move to the 3rd period. 3-3. So Huffington will have choice here. He's taking neutral, Vontae.
Yeah.
Going to stay away from that hazard tilt.
Well, he's looking good on his feet.
And we got some blood on the mat.
Morris grabs a drink there.
Yeah, you hate it when they wipe up all that blood because you might need that spot.
Right, yeah.
In the 3rd period.
Definitely.
Find one that's been there so long they have to scrub it up.
Right.
Have seen it done. Here we go. 3rd period now underway. 3-3. Kyrie Huffington and Drew Morris. This year, they, for a long time, Milford and Sussex Central did not wrestle in a dual meet. They got back to wrestling this year under new head coach Shane Miller.
Nice.
And go out of bounds as he spins behind. And that's one thing about Coach Parsley is, he's a Division II team, but he likes to wrestle Smyrna and Cesar Rodney and Sussex Central.
I mean, more exposure guys get to, some of the tough teams.
Right.
The better they fare, once they get to the conference tournament,
Well, you got 4 Bucks in the finals.
Yeah.
Other Southern Division guys in the finals: Fleming from Lake Forest, Foscue from Laurel, Rain from Indian River. So that's a stall call on green. Minute 13 to go, on our feet, and Hovington's starting to put the pressure on them.
Yeah.
Hovington looking to be the 3rd Buccaneer to get to the top of the podium tonight here at the conference tournament. Slide by. Oh, we go out of bounds. Hovington couldn't keep the toes down.
See, that forward pressure and hanging that tie allowed Morris to go ahead and try to slide by there.
Right.
Just got to be careful here, Kyrie.
Hovington was huge last year in the state duels, coming up with a big pin. This year he set up Oscar Rosario set it up for him to win with a major decision. Shot attempt by.
You got to watch that.
And they're going to say out of bounds. 27 seconds on the restart. He's got to be careful hanging in that tie, like you said.
He's hanging and going forward. You got to do something a little different here. Morris wants to go to the overtime period.
Under 10 seconds to go. Morris with the only stall call. Hovington looks fresh. And we're going to go to overtime again. This is what, 3 times tonight?
Yeah. You got to watch for that slide by.
Hovington shoots them out of bounds. 45 seconds left on the restart.
Be hard to call a stall on the overtime period.
Oh, you got to be tough.
Yeah.
And got to have an escort out of here.
Definitely. Lost a peek out there.
Here goes elbow pass. Looks like Hovington. And we're going to have more blood. Or is this a contact? And it's a contact. So it's back in, and we're back to action. 152-pound weight class. You're watching 302 Sports.
He hang there again. You can't.
And he's going to switch off it. And there's the 2. So takedown for Drew Morris, and he's your conference champion at 152 pounds. I think these two might be seeing each other again.
Definitely.
In a week. And so we're going to put some more awards up on the podium as we move to 160. And we have an interesting matchup coming here. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, Kyrie, you got to learn from that.
Right.
That guy did 3 times, hanging in that tie, slide by, hanging tie, slide by.
We're going to get to see our first Polytech Panther and our first Dover Senator here at 160. So let's get the tail of the tape. At 160 pounds, your number 1 seeded wrestler, A.V. Mayan from Polytech. He's a senior, 37-4. And he's up against the number 3 seed, Divine Watkins of Dover. He's 27-4. He's a senior. He had an upset over J.T. Davis. Of Smyrna. And hand out another weight class here. And there's Greg Baum ascending to the podium. So we move to 160 pounds. We've already seen the guys. Public dress announcer Jesse Parsley.
Slide by.
Right to a foot in, maybe a Merkel here.
2. Oh, nice.
Not there.
Nice defense by Watkins.
And Watkins is tough on his feet. He's got a nice double leg. There he starts to show it. Polytech Panthers, 3 years ago? I mean, they were killers. They had 3 or 4 state champs and kind of falling on hard times.
Smoosher, you had Stevens,
right.
And Price.
Price, yeah.
Price, yeah.
And there's another shrug attempt.
Good defense by Watkins.
Watkins, strong young man. He had to fight off some late shot attacks by J.T. Davis in the semis. And he's the Dover Senators' only finalist.
So I guess for the last few matches, we're going to wrestle the lights on.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Watkins in on a shot. And able to funk out of it. Height's going to win this one.
Good scrambles. Great scramble.
And looking to put the hips up and get the 2, and he should have it there, and there it is. 2 points for Avery Mayan of Polytech.
Looking for a cradle here. We can get it locked.
Well, team-wise, Dover's going to need a win here because the Caesar Rodney Riders has snuck ahead of them here in the team standings for number 2 spot.
Uh-oh.
They were 6th last night at one point.
Where are they?
Crept up to 5th, and they've all day long just stayed after it. Oh, gets a 1 count, and that's going to be it. Move to the second period.
Good wrestling so far.
2-0 lead for Avery Mayan. He's the number 1 ranked, I said again, he's the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state here out of the Henlopen Conference. He has been a threat for several years and just it hasn't worked out for him yet. Maybe this year is the year. Nice follow there for Watkins. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and I don't believe he was in the finals last year.
Okay.
Ooh, looks like he's going to step over here. Got the hips over. Now he's looking to cross face. And there's the reversal. Does it in a little bit of an unorthodox manner, but it works. Yeah. And 2 back, 6-0 for Avery Mayan. Looking to get a conference title here for the Polytech Panthers. This and 2 matches to go. A little bit of high 4 action here by Mayan. Looking to cross face him over. Approaching a minute to go in the period. Yeah, referee Mike Hardnett steps in. I thought a stalemate was coming, but he stepped back out. didn't get to see much of Polytech this year. They had a rough season dual meet wise, so of course we didn't really ever get a chance to cover them. 3-2. Watch out for the Spladle here. My end has a lot of first period pins. And looking to go, and there it is.
That's it.
Getting some backs here.
And there it is.
And the pin called. And was it in time? I got 1 second on my clock, and it was in time. So a pin for Avery Mayan out of Polytech. He is a conference champion at 160 pounds. The lone champ for the Polytech Panthers tonight. So we're going to move to 170 pounds. As they award some of the trophies here at 152 pounds. So here we go, 170. Here they are. Dakota Kerr from Smyrna, senior, 29-8. He's the number 1 seed. He's up against the number 2 seed from Cape Henlopen, a junior, 28-9. Chris Hanlon. Two totally different styles here.
For Hanlon, he can't do like he did in the semifinals.
No, he cannot fall behind early.
Not at all.
And not by 8 points.
Definitely not.
So here we go. There's the whistle. 170 is underway. One match left. It's the match of the night at 182.
Bye-bye. And
goes behind quickly. Lifts and returns. And almost into our camera. Two to 0 for Dakota Kerr out of Smyrna. Took a tough upset loss in the state duels. And has bounced back strong here in the conference finals. Now he's looking to run that elbow over the ear on that arm bar.
got to go forward with it.
He's headed to McDaniel College next year, Devontae. He's going to be a green terror.
Yeah.
I guess come homecoming, you and Trey can get over there and check him out, see how he's doing.
Yeah. That's always fun, going back and working out with some of the guys.
Taking a break here and there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little tag team on him.
Yeah.
Kerr gets the boot in on the left side. Had a little pipeline going over there for a while from the Henlopen Conference.
Yeah.
Now he looks like he's going to cradle out of his boot.
First he was looking Splato and
.170 has been a crazy weight class ranking-wise. Guys just knocking each other off. Kerr knocked off Logan Montgomery in the last week of the season in the duel. And then he gets knocked off in the by an unranked wrestler in the state tournament.
Jeez.
It's just 170. Now you got Brian Schneider of Middletown from the Blue Hen Conference. He's the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state. I believe Kerr is ranked number 2 in the state. So 170 is going to be a fun one to watch.
Oh, definitely.
He's got a deep half in. Body scissors. Looking to pull it over. Now he's going to cross face it over. Got to be careful of the defensive pin. Getting the count. At Dakota Kerr, he uses every bit of his body, doesn't
If he can drop his head into that hole
right.
and walk him backwards.
So 2 near fall. So 4-0 for Dakota Kerr. But I mean, that last there, he used head, hands, feet, everything to stay away from that defensive pin. Dakota Kerr, he came on a storm as a freshman. And then had a good career, just never able to make it to the big one. He's got a shot this year, ranked number 2 in the state.
Nice. He reminds me a little of Ronnie.
Yeah. Here we go. 2 minutes on the clock. Second period, and we're underway. Second to last match of the night. 132 pounds. Handling the second Cape Henlopen Viking to make it to the finals. Kerr, one of 7 Smyrna Eagles. Smyrna has locked up the team title. Followed by Cesar Rodney and then Dover. And Dakota looking for a little elbow roll there, not there. Hanlon able to follow.
Dakota Kerr, you want to get on your feet?
He does, comes to his feet, putting on a hand fight. Hanlon looking to cut back, and it's illegal, taking out both knees. So that's going to be a penalty point for Dakota Kerr, 5-0. You can take out one, but you can't take them both out.
Yeah.
Ian Moser would be in trouble today if he was still wrestling. He was the master of that. Hop up, take the two knees out.
Didn't someone blow a knee out that way?
That's probably why, I'm sure somewhere that's probably why we got the rule change. Dakota Kerr back to his feet again. And we got a stall warning on Hanlon as they go out of bounds. Sometimes, Devontae, you got to put that count in your own head. You got to get that 5 count going.
You got to work hard.
I mean, you don't want to give up that one. But
sometimes the refs will let you get by if you're working to take that
right.
guy down, you know.
Hanlon puts a boot in on the left side. Now he puts 2 in and breaks him down. 23 seconds to go in the period. Dakota Kerr on bottom with a 5-0 lead.
If you're Chris Hanlon, this gives you a little bit of confidence.
Right. Yeah, you
ride this guy out the whole period.
Hey,
close to the whole period. We'll see how these
little step over. He's got the leg. And that's a reversal. Spoke too soon on that.
I believe I did.
But you're ready to put a minute 55-second ride on him.
Yeah.
So now Hanlon will go down. He's going to go neutral. 7-0, tries to beat the whistle. And now he's looking for a throw. Kerr wisely takes it back down to the mat. And go out of bounds back to the center on our feet. Sam Irving from Cesar Rodney, who got the big upset over Dakota Kerr in the state duels finals. Devontae said, I'm going out on a high note. I'm a senior.
Yeah.
I'm not wrestling in the conferences.
Oh,
went out as a team state champ and a hero and said, it's good enough for me.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Big elbow to throw there, underhook throw, and they go out of bounds. Minute 20 here left in the third period. Waiting for the match of the night, number 1 versus number 2 rankings in the state.
So Hanlon has dominated this match from second period on.
Right.
Thus far.
And get a stall call on red. All but 5 seconds of the second period.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a false start. So tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, the DIAA State Wrestling Committee will sit down and seed those first 12 guys of Avante and then start picking wild cards for the first time this year.
Nice.
Looking for a standing mixer. And back out of bounds, 43 seconds left when we come back to the center. And Hanlon tries to go ankle pick again. Kerr this time standing his ground in the center. He does have 1 stall warning, as both the guys do. And out of bounds.
If you're Kerr, you want to break this guy's spirit and take him down.
Right.
And score.
And that could be it right there. He got the boot in.
Nothing yet. Nope, there it
His
is.
hands on the mat. Take down Dakota Kerr, and you called it, Avante. Now you just might want to be careful on bail. That's what he does. 2 for the reversal. 9-2 Dakota Kerr. In the escape. And that's how the match ends. Dakota Kerr with a major decision, 10-2. And he's your Henlopen Conference champion at 170 pounds. Folks, the match of the night coming up. 182 pounds. They're 1-1 against each other. They're ranked number 1 and 2 in the state. So we'll see if this match here, will this change Avante Drummond's decision on his OW? We're going to wait and see.
We'll see.
So here they are. Here are your combatants for the last match of the night. Josh Daly from Smyrna. He's ranked number 1 in the state. Senior, 22-6. And he's up against Mike Rake, the junior, out of Sussex Central High School, 39-7. They're ranked number 1 and 2 in the state. And they are 1-1 against each other here in the last week of the season. Josh Taylor, freshman and I believe sophomore year, wrestled at Caravel. Had to sit out last season as he went back home. If he waited a year, he'd be allowed to do it with the new rule book.
Right. Is he a senior?
He's a senior.
Oh, geez.
Smyrna awarded earlier today as the Henlopen Northern Division champions. And the Milford Buccaneers were the Henlopen Southern Division champions. Referee Lee Thompson on the call here at 182 with Mike Jordan. Mike Jordan, tons of international experience. Yeah. He's the mat judge or mat assistant.
You're Michael Wright. You want to stay in the center here.
Michael Wright's got some tough double legs, I'll tell you. Let's see if he can fire a couple of these things off. One thing he's not doing really, Avante, is he's got to, we talk about it all the time at our club, is setting up the setup.
Right.
He's trying to set up, but he's got to set that setup with either a hand fight or something, get some motion going. There he is in on that double. Stuffs with an underhook, does Daly.
You get hit with Stolen after two
Got
shots.
right with hit with Stalin after, oh, wow. Wow, he came off a shot and then a reshot.
Yeah.
Jeez. Talk about picking up the pace.
Yeah. Seems that the gym's clearing out a little bit.
As Scott Kammerer would say when he says to me, that's an aggressive stalk call.
Yeah. Front head here.
Front head. Oh, he's going to get the takedown. Josh Daly goes up 2-0. And just a little caught right sleeping out of that front head. So we move to the second period at 182, last match of the night. And out of bounds we go. Daly right back to the center. Wright's either going to need to put on a ride here or get a takedown off an escape.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't want to go down 3-0 in the third.
Your Daly want to kick in.
Watch the mixer, and they go out of bounds. Two guys are throwing down. Yeah, you're right. The crowd's starting to thin out. I guess they don't care who the outstanding wrestler is.
Right, yeah.
Escape for Josh Daly. He takes a 3-1 lead. Correction, 3-0 lead.
Wright's double leg. He
There it is. And scores on that double leg. Gets himself right back in the match, 3-2. So we said he either needed to ride or score off the escape.
Here you want to cut him and then get another one.
Three to 2 lead for Josh Daly. And he's going to cut him. He's going to cut him with 30 seconds to go. 4-2. He's going to get that double leg going. And he's starting to show some good motion.
Yeah.
Mike Wright's the kind of kid that I see with his build and his talent, a college career there as a junior.
Oh, yeah.
Straight end double. He's got to set it up. And we go out of bounds with 12 seconds left. That's something he's going to have to work on here in the next week. Is his setups and angles. I mean, he's taking everything straight on. He's got the first one. Third period, 182. It hasn't been decided yet. 4-2 lead for Josh Daly. Wright's going to go down. It could come down to an escape and a takedown. Yeah, and we're going to get a caution from the mat assistant. Escape for Mike Wright. It's 4-3. Daly looking to go behind. Wright able to circle out. Unless there's a stall call, we shouldn't get overtime here for this last one. Shouldn't have said that either.
Yeah.
Shot straight in double leg by Wright. Stuffed. Daly looking to go behind. Both wrestlers come to their feet. Shot by Daly's in deep.
If he can step over there, he's good. And there it is.
He's got the takedown. 6-3, Josh Daly. And escape. Oh, 6-4 with under a minute to go. And Daly caught Wright looking at the clock.
Yeah.
Got in on a double, but it goes out of bounds. 36 seconds left.
That straight on double isn't working.
That's just not there. Under 25 to go here. Wright needs a takedown to tie it up. In on a single on high crotch. On the edge, they go out of bounds. 14 seconds on the restart.
And that should be it.
And one more takedown. 8-4. Josh Daly is your Henlopen Conference champion at 182. Fonte, we're going to go to a commercial timeout, and when we come back, we're going to find out who our Sodal Concepts outstanding wrestler is. time for our Sodell Concepts Outstanding Wrestler Award. Sodell Concepts, our sponsor here tonight, and Avante. Folks, it's time for our Sodell Concepts Outstanding Wrestler to be named. And Avante, it was unanimous. Talk about who it was. Who is it?
Yeah, well, it was a tough one for me, and then, starting off the first 3 matches, you're just like, all right, I know who I'm picking.
Right,
all right.
right.
You heard me say it. I had to go with Kevin Hudson. He looked tough, very composed, as a freshman to go out there and, dominate a guy who's, a little bit more experienced than you, and a guy who's one match away from placing that beast, and score that takedown was big for him. So I was really impressed.
And I wholeheartedly agree. We'll be back after this commercial with Kevin Hudson from Caesar Rodney High School, our Sodell Concepts Outstanding Wrestler. We'll be right back, folks.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in Southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering
And
company
welcome
and a
back,
food
ladies
truck
and gentlemen.
right here.
With me, welcome back, folks, with me, our outstanding wrestler, the freshman from Caesar Rodney High School, 285. Not a lot of times freshmen get in the finals at 285, much less win it. You lost to this Shermer one time this year. Take us through that match. It was a typical match going on, a heavyweight match, pummel. But you caught fire in the overtime. Talk about the big score there at the end.
Well, at the end, I was looking over to my coaches, Bill Burrow. He's been helping me all season. He told me to go for the double A. He saw it coming. He said keep going on the head. I went on the head. He opened up his body, and I took it.
So tell me how it feels. I mean, you're a freshman. Freshmen don't make the finals at 285. You make the finals, and you take the title, and you're our outstanding wrestler. Talk about this night. How does it feel right now? What are you thinking?
Man, it feels amazing. Like, I've never had this opportunity. At the beginning of the season, I didn't even think I would be here for real.
Right.
I put the work in the practice room. I got here, and I'm really glad.
And with this comes a ranking change on Monday.
Yes.
So you're going to be carrying the big target as a freshman walking in the States. How do you feel about carrying that target?
Man, it's a big opportunity and great opportunity for me to go in the States as number 1 seed, and I'm going to feel good, and I'm just going to go out there and wrestle.
All right. Kevin Hudson, he's our outstanding wrestler. The Sodell Concepts outstanding wrestler here for the Henlopen Conference, folks. We'll be right back with a wrap-up.
Thank you.
Is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare in a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual...
So we're back, folks. Welcome back, folks, as they hand out the team awards. Smyrna, they win the team title. They're the Henlopen Conference champions. Caesar Rodney in the finals. They sneak right back in it. They're number 2, Dover number 3. And I believe Milford, Sussex Central were rounding out 4 and 5. Kevin Hudson, 285-pounder, freshman from Caesar Rodney. He's our outstanding wrestler here tonight. Heading into the state tournament, so we'll have our bracket breakdown for next week. We work on that as soon as the seeding comes out. Top 12 will get seeded. Then the wild cards. So we're going to see what we got. We have an exciting week coming up, headed into the state tournament next weekend at Cape Henlopen High School. And what can you say? The Eagles flex tonight. Couple of big champions, couple surprises. That's what the Henlopen Conference is all about. Congratulations again to Kevin Hudson, the freshman, our outstanding wrestler. And, folks, we're going to wrap it up for Chris Mitchell on the camera. Avante Drummond, big appreciate you here tonight. Damian Creighton helped me out in the semifinals. Nick Hadley coming down from Wilmington and getting it set up, folks. That's a wrap for 302 Wrestling for the season. We'll be back coming lacrosse and baseball season. Look for us upstate and downstate. We're going to cover some downstate lacrosse this year. So, for 302 Sports, it's Saturday night. Folks, have a good one. See you next week. Hudson? Absolutely.